Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole. Happy November. Happy post-elections. Oh, this is absolutely 100% a safe space to celebrate. If you are as overjoyed as I am, tired mind you, but as overjoyed as I am, you have come to the right place. It's definitely a smaller video today, but I want to just be able to have a moment to chit-chat with you. If you care more about kind of delving into K-beauty in particular, stay tuned for next week's video. I'm also planning a video on The Ordinary. We've got one The Ordinary product today. The Ordinary is running their sale, and I'm planning an update. I've actually been pretty much exclusively using The Ordinary products lately, and I gotta say, it really is amazing how you can have a full, very affordable routine and still have very good skin, very good results. Timestamps and links are in the description box below as always if you would like to jump around, although please do keep in mind this is going to be a chattier video than usual because I just want to spend some time chit-chatting. But at least let's get into this skincare routine, starting with this product that I actually received from Prequel. Thank you so much, Prequel. Their newest Gleanser and Glycolic non-drying glycolic acid cleanser. I was thinking about how I'm always hesitant with, we have to do this with the first pump. Hold on everyone. I hear it. There it is. I have to be really careful with glycolic acid in particular, but I think that given that I have to be very careful with benzoyl peroxide, and yet my holy grail is benzoyl peroxide in a cleanser, I think that we can also use glycolic acid in a cleanser too. Very obviously, the great thing about using these active ingredients in a cleanser is that you are getting short contact therapy. And of course, the original Gleanser is also a high glycerin product too, which is to make it more of a hydrating product while you're washing your face. Once again, another gentle cleanser from Prequel. I'm gonna go rinse this off. I'll be right back. And I'm back, and my skin does not feel dried out. Cannot believe I just used a non-harsh glycolic acid cleanser. Another wonderful addition to the Prequel brand, which has grown a lot. I actually reviewed them a while ago, but they had so few products at the time. All right, so moving on to this Star-like Rosemary 68 Skin Biome Essence. Oh, I'm so excited about trying this. Rosemary Bacillus Ferment Peptide. This is a new K-beauty release. I did receive this through Joyous. Small spoiler for what you might expect to see on the channel next week. I'm so excited about trying this. Obviously, they're calling it an essence, but I think given its viscosity, I'm going to use it more in the toner step today. How incredibly exciting. Oh my gosh, I love this style of product. It just brings joy into a skincare routine, and $15. So the reason I was so scared leading up to this election is that, you know, MAGA just lies and lies and lies. And I think the scariest part is just, you just can't help but wonder, how much do people believe this? You all have seen it, right? At the top of government websites, it says things like, the Democrats are the reason for the government shutdown. Oh, you mean the party that doesn't have control of anything is the reason for this? It's just one lie after another, and you know, it's just been so scary seeing people fall for these lies. I guess I was feeling a little bit more hopeless lately, because what do you do if you lose truth? What do you do then? What do you have? I was holding on to this little bit of hope that maybe, just maybe, some amount of people, enough to make a difference, actually realize that they are in fact being lied to. And I think there's simply no better example of that than the fact that Donald Trump said the price of groceries has come down. At some point, people go to grocery stores. At some point, you have to restock your pantry. And there is just simply no way that we're not all in this together and that we get to the checkout and we're just floored by how expensive it is. Right, when the same shopping cart that used to cost $100 now costs $180 on a good day. At some point, you have to hear these words and say, but that's not true. With the tariffs, they keep saying, oh, it's the country that pays for the tariffs. But we are all experiencing getting these bills. We are watching small businesses shut down at some point. People just have to go, well, these are lies. And that was that tiny bit of hope that I held on to so tightly in this election, and my goodness, it was such a wonderful night. I did find myself saying a few times, you know, why couldn't this have happened in November of 2024? Where were you all? But I'm trying to not get stuck on that because it's just not productive. It's not productive to think that way. Nope, we got to work with the here and now, what we have at this moment, and what we have at this moment is people did get out, people did vote. Let's not lose this energy. This is all to tell you that I did find joy in watching these election results. It absolutely shows that people are tired of being lied to. And I was watching Mikey Sherrill's speech, and, you know, she said something that I think was just so significant. She talked about how in her win, she is still going to support the Republicans that voted against her. Because that's what leaders do. And it just made me realize in that moment, that's been the problem under this Trump presidency, very simply, is that Trump only helps the people that support him. Trump 2025 has been a vengeance tour. The man is out to get revenge on everyone that did him dirty, and that is just not how you lead a country. That's not how you lead, period, right? That's why she said what she said. She is still going to fight for the people that voted against her because it's the right thing to do. I feel like I moved too quickly through this, so I want to let you know. And it does have some very interesting claims. They're saying it's for sudden breakouts, it's for weak or tired skin, and potentially bodies. And perhaps my favorite part of this is that it's actually 68.8% of this rosemary extract, but I guess they rounded down because they know how some of y'all's minds are. You got judged by a brand. And while another way to make a product more fun might be perhaps you could add some dyes, change the color, perhaps you could add some fragrance, make it smell wonderful, changing the texture is a little bit more of a sensitive skin friendly way to accomplish that. So really excited about trying this more. I had not heard of this brand before, but I love seeing something different. And I'm already on the last product for this video. I bought the Good Molecules Holly Jolly Hydration Set. You may have seen this in my Ulta haul. $8. You know, $8 for this. I did notice that it currently has a 1-star rating. And I think we've got to talk about that real quickly. So a lot of the brands that keep their prices really low are able to do that because they're not quite doing the same marketing push as other brands. You know how you see all those incentivized reviews on Sephora? So the people writing those reviews are not paid. Would be a big FTC violation if they were. However, the companies that provide the products to the reviewers absolutely are paid. So yes, if you, like me honestly, receive products through Influencer, Octoly, etc., those platforms are paid by the brands for your reviews. You see how that works, how they're a middleman? And that's expensive, but it works. That's why these brands do it, because the reality is for most of us, if you like a product, you probably don't go give a 4-star review. Even if you love a product, you probably don't take the time to give a 5-star review. And yet there's something about being angry at a product, or in the case of the 1-star review this currently has, being mad at Ulta, that just drives people to leave these low ratings. I see it happen all the time with the brands that don't participate in the incentivized reviews. So yeah, the 1-star review of this is somebody saying that the box came crushed, which I totally believe. I too wish Ulta would improve their shipping, but I did order mine online and it still came looking just fine. I really should go leave a 5-star review. Or 4-star, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, a holiday set for $8. Oh, it is torn on the inside, but that's okay. Yeah, in this economy, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see this. And this is still glass, this little half-ounce hyaluronic acid serum, glass packaging. I bought this to try this. This is the, oh my gosh. Sorry, for some reason I didn't realize that this would be made in Korea. This is right on it. Made in Korea. Oh, we are having focusing issues today. Hopefully you can see that. I wonder if this is going to be like the Astora. Only one way to find out. This is really how you know it's made in Korea. That right there. Ooh, it is thick. Oh, I'm so excited about trying this. The full size is, I believe, $14. Whatever price I have up will actually be for the full size, not the kit size here. But I do like that I can try it out in the kit. Oh, what? How do they do it? How does Good Molecules do it? It's definitely thicker, but I'm just floored that it is this cosmetically elegant. I didn't expect that. Has a bit of a heavy feel, perfect for dry skin types. This is one where if you have normal to oily skin, you probably already know not to buy a moisturizer that says rich cream, but oh my goodness, this is so nice. This is my last product for today's video, The Ordinary's. I must not have my focus set properly. I think I need to readjust the camera. But this is The Ordinary's Sulfur 10% Powder to Cream Concentrate. You may know that I'm a big fan of sulfur, but I have to be honest with you. Initially, I actually didn't like this. See, sulfur is another option for people that have acne. It is more of a gentle approach, but it is more of a smelly approach. But what's really nice about using sulfur for acne is that it just doesn't really have the same kind of drawbacks as some of the active ingredients. You know, I mentioned it earlier, benzoyl peroxide. I have to be extremely careful with that. Even if I'm using a cleanser with benzoyl peroxide, if I accidentally leave that on too long, I will feel it. Whereas sulfur, really the con is the smell. And I was using this at night and thinking, it's okay, but I do feel like a hydrocolloid patch, the thick kinds in particular, just kind of does more to speed along the process of healing. Or the Kate Somerville Eradicate, super effective for pimples, more so than this, in my opinion. So I actually had set this aside. I had bought it when it first released and just didn't really use it all that much. But we are revisiting The Ordinary over here. And I pulled this out and I came to this realization. This is actually amazing to use during the day. There are hydrocolloid options for during the day. I find none of them are perfectly invisible, and that's why honestly, I just kind of threw myself in and started buying some of the fun shapes and colors. But let me be honest, there are times where you don't feel like putting one of those on, you know, especially when it's multiple breakouts. How many patches do I want to wear today? And The Ordinary really is saying this is an alternative to hydrocolloid patches. They actually say this bottle equals 150 hydrocolloid patches. And I guess that's the thing for me is I was thinking, okay, so it's for nighttime use. But look at this. This actually works great during the day. And yes, it does work under sunscreen. I tried to just not rub too much over it, which you shouldn't be doing with sunscreen anyway. But yeah, that is 100% where this fits in for me. And just so you know, the 23% off that they're doing on their website, you can get 23% off when you buy 2 items over at Ulta. All right, I'm gonna end with my Sephora sale haul. And I know that it doesn't necessarily fit into an affordable video, but in my own defense, I spent $40 in the Sephora sale. Speaking of Sephora, can you believe that they actually added in stackable gifts with purchases with this sale? If that doesn't tell you that sales are absolutely down, I just don't know what does. I mean, that is a recession indicator if I have ever seen one. Anyway, so I spent $40. I had a $20 gift card that I had been holding on to. Do other people hold on to gift cards? I had just been waiting for the sale so that I could spend that. So roughly $60 total. And I did my order as a pickup because you get points through that. I think that is still going on if you want to try to get some points. Ulta does have a better point system, but I will use Sephora's point system too. So I had placed an order for a total of 3 holiday sets, and for some reason, as I was driving to pick these up, I just started thinking about how big these sets had to be. And in my head, I was thinking, oh, they're gonna give me a huge bag when I go pick this up. I'm gonna go, sorry, I went overboard. Did I just forget what Sephora is? Yes, my giant bag with 3 holiday sets in it. It was so lightweight. And it's all lips. It is all holiday lip sets. I think what it is when you see people hold up these sets on YouTube, you see this size up against my face. But no, this is actually the size. And of course it is. I even said the reason why I was shopping for these minis is because I want to have mini lip balms all over the place. But I gotta say, the Glow recipe, that's the one I'm gonna try on here and now. We'll try on the Ice Bingsu, the clear one. This is Allure's lip balm of the year. And I just gotta say, I probably could have gone without buying this. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it is so lightweight. They say it lasts something like 12 hours on your lips. I don't remember. And that may be true if you were not drinking water, but I sip water all day. And I feel like I take a sip and this just vanishes. Not to mention that this is the lip balm. I heard some people say they had grainy lip balms, and that was the case with the blackberry one that I had in the set. So I'm glad I tried these so I can tell you about them, but I think I probably could have skipped getting this. And my friends, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed our chit chat and skincare try-on today. I hope you too are in better spirits, feeling more hope. If you enjoyed today's video, please do make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you all next time.